So, urok ka mamutan. Nagpigsa.
Hi, Ma'am Ruby. You may start now.
Good afternoon. I am informing everyone that our live streaming of our webinar series, Session 4, has already started in our YouTube channel. Para sa ating mga kasamahan po nating hindi nakapasok sa ating Zoom meeting, available po ang ating live streaming sa ating YouTube channel ng APAETI. Manood po tayo sa ating YouTube channel of APAETI, and for the evaluation link to be posted later. Okay? So shall we start? A bountiful rainy day to each and everyone. Welcome to the 4th free webinar of APAETI 2021. As the quotation said, the show must go on, life must go on, and learning must go on, and learning should never be stopped. This afternoon, we will be having our versatile speaker from Bulacan province. But before that learning moment, let us have the opportunity to recognize the presence and give gratitude to our CEO, and President of APAETI, to ever gorgeous and multi-talented Dr. Raquel Bernabe of Asia Pacific Association of Educators, Training Institute, and Director, Professional Development of APAETI, Dr. Arnel E. Genzola, and Dr. Adrian Lawrence Carbajal, Director of Research and Publication of APAETI, for the technical assistance in this webinar series. Before we proceed, may I remind everyone of our house rules and should be followed accordingly. Participants are encouraged to rename themselves as follows: your city, last name, first name. Always make it sure to keep your microphone muted. Turn off your camera or use a background if you are in a distracting space. The next one, be polite and courteous. Type your questions in the chat box. If you want to use your microphone, please wait for the moderator's acknowledgement. So, once you are called, briefly identify yourself and your questions, suggestions, answers, and among others. And for our additional reminders, questions will be entertained at the end of the speaker's discussion during the clearinghouse of ideas and concepts. Evaluation link will be posted at the end of the webinar via the chat box, APAETI's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Most importantly, by joining the event, you agree to participate in the webinar as it will be recorded and will be live streamed in APAETI's YouTube channel. To guide and bless us in our event, let us have the opening prayer. Let us bow our head, feel and put ourselves in the presence and holiness of our Almighty Creator. Dear Almighty and ever-loving God, we glorify your name. You have showered us with so much blessing, and your presence continually remind us of your faithfulness and guidance. May we humbly ask to shower our speaker today of your greatest inspiration so that he may share the most of his knowledge, his field of expertise, and to his respective topic. Bless us also, the participants, as we may also absorb the invaluable knowledge, experiences, and put it into the practice what we may learn today. Bless and guide the organization of APAETI, all the members, affiliate, the founder, and the rest of its head committee members, and the team assigned in this fourth webinar. Your infinite blessings would mean the success of this webinar. May we be a living witness of your genuine love through the enactment of knowledge acquired through this activity. We ask this in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ and Savior. Amen. Again, it's a beautiful rainy Saturday. I know we are all excited for today because of the interesting topic. But before anything else, I would like to call our superb president and CEO of Asia Pacific Association of Educators Training Institute, APAETI, none other than Dr. Raquel D. Bernabe, for her opening message.
Okay,
Take it away, ma'am.
Yes, thank you very much, Ma'am Ubi, for your warm welcome to all participants. So I would like to thank the prime movers of this fourth session. The team fourth, we have Sir Fernando. We also have, of course, our brilliant speaker for today, Dr. Erwin Fernandez, and the well-modulated and well-motivated moderator, Ma'am Ruby, and of course, the affiliate and very diligent info officer from Cebu. We have Sir Wesley Besona. Congratulations, Team 4. Ngayon pa lang. So, For your information, this session 4 is very relevant to each and every one of you, especially for those upcoming heads of the school. So this free webinar series is of course an initiative of APAETI, or Asia Pacific Association of Educators Training Institute, which aims, of course, to provide educators an opportunity to strengthen teachers' collaboration and, of course, support and deepen their knowledge and broaden their understanding of instructional techniques and sound pedagogical concepts. And of course, in this era, you will also learn some digital learning through sharing of best classroom practices and of course leadership practices, like what our topic for today to be discussed by our none other than very brilliant school head from his very own school. Doc Erwin is very good friends of mine. He is also the owner of the school where he belonged, the Fernandez College from Bulacan. So I hope that this very significant and relevant topic of Doc Erwin will indeed create impact to each and every one of you. I hope that you will benchmark all his practices as a great leader and educator in private. Okay, thank you and welcome to each and every one of you. Back to you, Ma'am Ruby.
Thank you, Dr. Bernabe. Okay, for your welcoming message. Let's give her a virtual clap. Okay, before continuing to our main event, I prepared a game that has something to do with our today's topic. Are you ready? Okay, I will share my screen. Okay. Can you see it po? Can you see my screen now?
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet.
Not yet po.
Ayan.
Not yet po.
Ay,
Loading pa po.
ay loading.
Okay
Yan,
na po,
okay
ma'am.
po.
Ay, sorry.
Okay na po.
I will maximize it. Okay. Okay. So, as the quotation said, a leader is a good follower. Okay. The title of the game is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Of course, all of us wanted to be a millionaire. Okay. So, sir, and the rest of the team 4, please assist me in determining the participants who wanted to answer each questions. Okay. I hope you will enjoy the game. Okay, let's start. Okay. Question, okay. So are you confident enough to answer? I'm sure you are. So the prizes are as follows. So this game originated from other countries. So it is in US dollars. So question number 1 up to question number 10, if you get it, you will get $1 million. Okay, so who will read and answer question number 1? Okay. Please assist me. Please call Sir
Ruby.
Wesley. Yes, hello, Sir
Right.
Wesley.
So our question number 1, worth $5,000. Which of the
What?
following best definition of leadership, according to Warren Bennis, 2004? The choices are: leadership can be taught, B, mode of delivery, C, leadership can be acquired, and D, leadership can be applied.
What's your answer, sir?
My answer is B.
Let's see if it's the right answer. Wow, you got it right.
Yay, I got $5,000.
$5,000. Okay. Very good. The next one. Okay. Ay, how about our participants? From our participants. So I think the answer is reflected already. It is show, so it is already bonus. I got $10,000. Okay, the other one from our participants who wanted to answer. Okay? I have participated already. Okay, I will pick from the participants. Okay. I think guess would be accepted. It's okay from Miss Maribel Ibanez from Batangas City. Will you please answer it? Question number 3.
Okay po, I will try. Leadership is a process of social influence which maximizes the efforts of others towards the achievement of goal A.
Okay, let's see if it's the right answer. Wow, you got it right. I think pinag-isipan mo mabuti, ma'am, ha? Okay, the next one.
Okay,
Thank you very
po.
much. Okay po. Okay. Okay, the next one. Feeling ko kung hindi siya aware. Okay. Sir Ronald, now let us speak from the boys, one of the boys, Sir Ronald Tombok. Pag aware po siya, nakita niya yung sagot. Sir Ronald, are you there?
Sige po, itatry ko po. Question number 4. Leadership is a vision aligning innovate people, develop quality, management process, organizing administer system, and structuring maintains position.
This is my home current. As you can see,
D.
D. Okay, as in dog.
Dog.
Boy. Dog.
Dog.
Okay.
52 seconds. It will go to our
Okay, I think it is the right answer. Okay, the next one. Answer only, please. Okay. Okay. We will answer a letter only. Okay, how about from Davao? Okay, how about from Davao? I think that is our speaker. From Davao, Mampa. Who is this one? Mampa. Yes, Mampawa. Markin Lu. Letter only.
Question number 5. Strategic leadership model includes the following. So letter A, future-oriented. B, based on the long-term planning, evidence and research-oriented. C, analysis. And letter D, interpretation. So I think, ma'am, I believe the correct answer is letter D, dog. All are...
Okay, very good. You get $75,000, $100,000. You may answer it letter only. Okay, this one. Melody Marquez from Vegan City. You can say it by letter only. You shouldn't have to read it. Read the question. So what is the answer? Letter only, please.
Letter D po, ma'am.
As in dog? As in dog or boy? Dog. Okay, your answer is letter D, dog. So let's see if it's the right answer. It's letter A. Thank you for trying. So, mamaya po itatakal po yan about this different kinds of leadership model. Okay? The next one, Okay, question number 7. Okay. So who will answer? So from Sorsogon, Leoncito Raymart, please answer. Letter only po. So another participant, Fernando Lipardo. Your answer po, letter na lang po. Malapit na po tayong humantong sa finish line po ng questions po. How about Ashley Pamplona? Hello po. How about from Serlene and Rodolfo po? Letter na lang po. They are not around. Si Bernadette Camba po. Nag-roll calling na po ako ha. Okay po. Nag-name roll call na po ako. Parang attendance checking na po. Si Sir Jeffrey Ballesteros po. Nandyan po ba? Tayo lang po.
Okay po, good afternoon everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Following my expectation, I think my answer is servant leadership model. C.
Letter C. Okay. Okay. You got it right, sir. Thank you very much po. Okay, how about question number 8? Okay. From our participants. Okay, how about Alacanzula Charmaine from Angeles City. Itayo po ang bandera ng Angeles City po. Ano pong sagot niyo po? Letter na lang po. Wala po siya. How about Ma'am Kimberly Joy Espanyol?
Letter D po.
Still dog po?
Yes po, dog.
Okay. Thank you po, ma'am. The answer po is letter B. Okay, thank you very much po, ha. Sa pag-participate po. Okay. So, next. Okay, question number 9. Okay, yung mga magpiprincipal po dyan. Aspirant. O, ito po, how about, ano po, ito review na din po to. One way or another na re-review. How about Paula Palaruan? Ano pong letter po? Okay, siguro nag-iisip pa po si Madam. How about from Tarlac City, Ronquillo Howard Aris? Hello, sir. Are you there?
Yes po.
Hello, sir. What is your answer po? For $750,000 po yan. Ano pong letter po?
Letter D.
D as in dog?
Yes.
Okay, let's see po. Sa ating database. Wow! Congratulations, sir. And the last one po. Okay, there is single best leadership model. Okay, and the last one. Last but not the least, to complete our $1 million from, who wants to answer po? San Antonio Abe Raquel. Ay, may nagta-thumbs up po. From Davao, Fernandez Claribel. Wow, napaka,
Letter A po, ma'am.
Letter A po. Wow, let us see. Wow, congratulations, ma'am. Okay, so all of you who participated are winner. Okay, Thank you for joining and God bless. Okay? I will stop. Nag-enjoy po kayo? I hope you enjoy po.
Yes po.
Okay. Thank you very much po. Okay. Now we have come to our main activity, our speakership hour. Let me introduce to you our intelligent speaker for this fourth webinar series. Our speaker for today considers himself a teacher, leader, and writer. He finished his Bachelor of Arts in Arts Studies at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. His Master of Arts in Education at Philippine Women's University, Manila, and his Doctor of Education, major in Industrial Educational Management at the Technological University of the Philippines, Manila. Currently, he is finishing his Master's in Guidance and Counseling at La Consolacion University, Philippines, in order to become a registered guidance counselor. In addition to this, he's licensed as a professional teacher. He has worked previously as quality assurance supervisor in the BPO industry and as an educational editor and writer. He has published works in international poetry, journals, and online poetry forums. Currently, he is the principal of the Basic Education Department of Fernandez College of Arts and Technology and the Quality Assurance Manager of the school. A member of the Philippine Association for Teachers and Educators, PAFTE, and the Pampanga Research Educators Organization, PREO, and an affiliate member of the APAETI. President Speaker, please welcome Dr. Erwin Romel Y. Fernandez.
Thank you, Ma'am Ruby, for that very warm and energetic welcome. Okay, so allow me to share my screen. All right. So before we begin, I'd like to also welcome all of the participants, all of the members, and the executives of APAETI. So I'm very happy to be here with you today to share my, of course, you know that you know something when you admit that you know little about it, right? So I just want to share my little learning about school leadership. Okay. So our objectives for today are to understand the basic terms about educational leadership and then to understand what are the likely effective leadership models in education and to understand the application of effective leadership, especially during this time of pandemic. And then we will be answering any questions arising from the discussion. Okay. So I prepared a very short video for you. I did not include the sound anymore. So let's watch the video, but there is no sound. Okay, so this is Steve Jobs, right? And Apple. Okay, most admired. Okay, and of course we know Bill Gates and Microsoft. Everyone knows them. All right, and this one is Jeff Bezos of Amazon. All right, and of course we know Jack Ma of Alibaba, who outsold both Amazon and eBay. Okay, and this one is Elon Musk of Tesla. He began the revolution of electric vehicles. Of course, we know him. He's no longer with us, but Walt Disney is still here. All right, and then this is Martin Luther King Jr. He began the American Civil Rights Movement. And of course, we know Pope Francis of the Catholic Church, who began the energization of the oldest organization. So when you combine a great leader with a compatible organization, you can expect to have amazing results. So think about it. What kind of leader do you want to be? All right. So thank you for watching that video that I made for APAETI. All right. So let's continue. So let's talk about a little bit about the importance of leadership, because some people might say, but leadership isn't important. We have the organization. But according to Warren Bennis, one of the gurus of leadership, there are many different factors that can make an organization admirable. But if you had to pick one, like out of everything, out of the size of the organization, the money of the organization, definitely you would pick the leadership of the organization. That's how important leadership is. All right. And according to John C. Maxwell, another guru of leadership, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So let's think about that as we think about ourselves as leaders. I know that not all of you here are principals or a member of the administration already, but you are going there. And we have opportunities to show our leadership every day in our classroom, right? All right. So what is leadership? So according to the definition that I got from Cruz, I like this definition very much. Leadership is a process of social influence which maximizes the effort of others towards the achievement of a goal. So what is important here? It is a process. It is a verb. Leadership is not something you have. It is something you do. All right. And we have to use that leadership in order to maximize the effort of our whole organization. And of course, we need to have a goal. If we don't have a goal, then what use is leadership, right? Okay. So let's try to differentiate leadership and management, because a lot of people would say, oh, leadership is the same as management, or there is no difference between leadership and management. But actually there is. If you think about it, when we talk about leadership, we talk about having a vision. Whereas in management, we talk about the process, how we do it. In leadership, we align people with our goal. But in management, we organize the people. Okay? And leadership is more about innovation, doing something new, putting a new energy into the organization, while management is all about maintaining the status quo, right? Keeping the processes in place. Leadership focuses on people, while management focuses on systems and structure. Leadership is developmental. We develop people, while management is we maintain what we have. Leadership is all about the quality in you. People will not call you a leader unless you show the quality of leadership. But in management, it's about your position. You can't be a manager if you are not in that position. But definitely every person can become a leader of their organization because it depends on your qualities. All right. So I hope that this enlightened. Okay. Of course, we have nothing against managers. Okay. Every organization also needs managers. But today our focus is on leadership. All right. So try to think about it. Okay. Now let's try to differentiate educational leadership, because there is leadership in every organization, in online selling, in direct marketing, in industry. There's leadership, of course. But what makes the leadership in schools different than those in other organizations? Simply, educational leadership is focused on the purpose and objectives of education. So if you are leading your organization, but you are having a different agenda, you are focused on earning money or having your own self uh, improving yourself in terms of power, in terms of your influence, then I don't think that that is educational leadership, because you are not focused on the purpose and objectives of education, which is, of course, student outcome and student learning, right? Okay, now I did research. Okay, I compared different sources about effective leadership models, which are, when we talk about a model, it is a guide. Okay, when we say a model, it is not, a fact. It is a guide or a blueprint on how we are going to use leadership behavior to achieve an outcome. Okay, so these are not 100% guaranteed. Okay, we can't say, oh, I applied that model, I should get the effect. No, because they are only theories. Okay, so after comparing different theories, okay, from different sources, I found that a lot of the authors mentioned the following. Okay, so these are commonly mentioned. Number one, strategic leadership. Number two, emotional leadership. Instructional leadership. Number four, servant leadership. Number five, transactional leadership. And number six, transformational leadership. Okay, so these came out the most often. All right, so we are going to talk about them one by one, but only very briefly, because it will take, we could have a whole seminar about each of these. But just for us to have an idea, what what are these, okay, so that we could do our own research about them. Okay, if you want to apply it, then do your research about it, right? Okay, so we are applying here what we call the causal chain model. Okay, so here on the left side we have of course the cause, which is the leadership style, and then we have the effect or the outcome desired. Okay, so for a strategic leadership model, their leadership style is, they are future oriented, okay? They are based on long-term planning, and they are evidence and research oriented. Okay, so they highly value research and then collection of data, analysis of data, and interpretation of data. Yan. So if you know someone in your school who is a leader who loves to do research, maybe they are following the strategic leadership model. Why? Because what they want is preparation for an uncertain future. Okay, they want to prepare for unanticipated things that could come our way. And of course, to improve how our organization will deal with these future challenges. So if you know Toffler, futurism, right? This would be very much in line strategic leadership model. Okay, try to think about if you know anyone like that. Okay, another kind of leader, the emotional leadership model. Okay, so what kind of leadership model is this? Emotional. Okay, so this kind of leader, he is very emotionally intelligent, or she, of course, capable of reading and interpreting how people in the organization feel. So these are the people who, you just like them. When you talk to them, they make you feel that they understand you so much, and they are expert in uh, dealing with emotional matters. Okay, and the outcome that they want is the motivation of others through feeling of satisfaction of followers' emotional needs. So these are the kind of people that, you know, even if what they're saying might not be so logical, But wow, I want to follow you because you make me feel that you understand my need. Okay, so these are very charismatic kinds of leaders. Okay, so there are some leaders like that in the school and even in politics, right? Okay, so yeah, number two, emotional leadership model. All right, now let's go to model number three. Okay, this is the instructional leadership model. Okay, actually, this is a very popular model among schools. It has shown very good results. Okay, what kind of model is the instructional leadership model? Uh, Here, the leadership style is you show responsibility for the professional development of teachers. You are always inviting them to seminars, for postgraduate studies like APAETI, right? And they focus on instructional programs. They are hands on with the instruction, with the curriculum development, and they provide accountability for the teachers and students. So they really want their students to perform well in NCAI, in NAT, in college entrance examinations. So they focus on that. Okay. And what outcome do they want to achieve in having that kind of leadership? Their focus is on the improvement of student learning outcomes. So that's their number one focus, to improve the student learning outcomes and, of course, the professional development of the teachers. Yan. So if you know any school leader who is always exhorting you, oh, we need to improve the student performance, improve your professional development. Oh, that is the instructional leadership model. Okay, try to think about it. Who do you know like that? Okay. Number four, servant leadership model. Okay. So, what kind of leadership style do people who follow the servant leadership model possess? Okay. Actually, they say that Jesus is the founder of this kind of leadership style, right? Okay. So they focus on the need of others. So they always think about others before themselves. And they participate. They are participatory. They allow their organization, their followers to be one with them in the action. Okay, so they do not separate themselves from their organization. And then they maintain a very high expectation of both self and others. So they always think about, is this the right thing to do? They have a very high moral standard, okay? And what kind of outcome do they want? They want to help others improve their performance. They want to have shared decision making and definitely have a community. All right. They want their school to feel like a community of people, not just, a bunch of people going to the same place and then learning and then going their own separate way. No, a community. Actually, this is very popular in the religious kind of schools. Okay. Actually, I was in high school, I graduated from St. Paul. So I know that this kind of leadership is very popular in this kind of school. Okay, so that's number four. All right, let's go to number five. Okay, this is the transactional leadership model. Okay, so by the very word itself, when we say transactional, it focuses on mutual benefit, give and take, or a transaction, like you do in the sari-sari store. You give them your money and then you buy your grocery. Okay, so it it focuses on providing incentives and performance centered. Okay, so I guess that there are a lot of private schools who have this kind of uh, framework, right? Because uh, they focus on having their students achieve by giving incentives. And even the teachers are provided monetary incentives, okay, other kinds of incentives, benefits. So this is the transactional leadership model. And what is the outcome desired? They want to reinforce performance and they want to achieve the organization's objective. So it's like I scratch your back and you scratch mine. That's the kind of system that they have in place. Yes, definitely this can improve performance because people want to get something for their effort. Definitely, but a lot of books that I read advise that this model should be combined with the next model. So to avoid too much materialism. Okay, and then what is the last model? It is what we call as the transformational leadership model. Okay. So this is vogue nowadays, right? A lot of leadership books that you will read, they all talk about transformational leadership. Okay. But what is this? So the transformational leadership style, it involves collective goal setting. Everybody in the organization must have the same goal and they become part of the decision making. So it is transformational. They want to transform their entire organization and energize it through role modeling. Okay, actually, the one of the very good examples that I could give about this is what happened with Apple. Apple, before Steve Jobs came back, it wasn't very focused, right? They were not an industry leader like they are now. But when Steve Jobs came back, he brought the vision and he had everybody in the organization work on the same vision to make Apple into industry leader in the telecommunications business. So uh, this can also be applied to schools, right? We have that vision. We want to transform our organization and achieve the goal. So, what is the outcome that they want? They want to have a deep sense of shared meaning that everybody from the janitor to the security guard to the principal to the teacher, they all want the same thing. They all want the organization to succeed, and they create a culture of innovation. So they don't usually transformational organizations, they don't care so much about tradition and taboo because they want to create something new. And because of that, all of the people in the organization, they feel satisfied and they have more job satisfaction. Even if they don't have the best salary, they want to work there because they believe in what the organization is doing. Okay, so those are the six, okay, major uh, leadership models. Okay, now I also did a study back in 2011 when I finished my master's degree. I did a study about the phenomenon of educational leadership at the tertiary level in Bulacan. Okay, and this is my findings during that study. Okay, from interviewing leaders in Bulacan, I found out that their leadership style is more supportive. Okay, and they want to be a good role model for their teachers. They view the people in their organization as equal and as family. They don't view them as, oh, I'm the boss, but rather you are a family member. And they value multitasking and being um, a harmonizer. If there is a problem in the organization, they would always patch it up. Okay, so what did these leaders in Bulacan want? Okay, so they wanted to have follower development and satisfaction, as well as having the continuous education and research. Okay, so this was only a qualitative study. Okay, so maybe we cannot generalize it, but definitely from what I have seen of Filipino educational leaders, it's like a combination of servant leadership and instructional leadership. Because as leaders in Bulacan and in the Philippines, for schools, we would always want to develop our co-teachers, and we treat them like family, right? Okay, so this is already a combination. The six that I mentioned are the major ones, but every person or every teacher will come out with their own model of leadership. Okay. Now, let's talk about how to apply this practically, right? So, theory is all good and everything, but how do we do this in our organization? Me, whenever I attend a seminar, I would always check on that. How am I going to apply this in my organization? So, number one, be visible and communicate effectively. Magpakita ka. Kailangan makita ka ng teacher mo. Kailangan makita ka ng mga tao sa organization. Because if not, how will they believe in you, right? So you have to communicate with them. All right. And then number two, less is more. Avoid information overload. Don't give them 200 pages of procedure and then expect that they are going to do everything perfectly. No. Make it simple for them. For me as a principal, as much as possible, I want to give them the least amount of work. Because working more is not working smarter, right? It's better to have a clear goal and work on that goal effectively rather than overloading our people. Okay. Number three, prioritize your people. See your people, hear your people, and trust your people. Because they are the ones who, even if, for example, me, I am a principal. Can I do the work of the janitor? No. If I don't trust the janitor to do the work, if I don't help him to do his work, the school will be dirty, right? And then everyone will lose out. So we have to see everybody in the organization, listen to them, and trust them to do their job. Of course, enforce discipline when needed. Okay, number four, provide the how, not just the what. Lead by example. Okay? Provide the how. Show them how to do it. You can't just say, okay, we have this goal. You have to hit 40%. You do it. Bahala ka na. I do not think that that kind of leadership will be effective. Show them how to do it. Walk with them. Stand next to your people and show them how to do it. So that would be a very effective way of leading. Be a coach, right? Be a mentor. Okay, and then number five, of course, be patient. Napakadaming problema ngayon. There are so many problems in the world, in our homes, in our communities, in our schools, but we cannot solve it all in one night. Okay, be patient with your teachers, be patient with your learners. Yes, I know we have a lot of learners who are very difficult to deal with, but then let's extend our heart and be flexible, right? But that doesn't mean that we get discipline out the door. No, but understand them and be patient with them, and of course with yourself. Do not give up on yourself. Do not think hindi ko na kaya. Hindi ko na kaya lahat ng nangyayari sa organization ko. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so disheartened with what is happening in the pandemic, etc. Show your teachers that you have the willpower, okay, that you have the confidence to lead them into a better future, new normal, like they say. Okay. All right. So now that we have finished all of our discussion, let me share with you my summary and conclusion and recommendation. Okay, summary. First, leadership is the process of providing vision and motivation to achieve desired results. It is an action. Leadership is an action. Second, there are multiple viable models of educational leadership. There are more than one, okay? There is no perfect model of leadership. There is only a perfect one for you and your organization. Third, it is vital that we lead our schools. If we don't lead, nobody will. Nobody will do the work if we don't lead. So we must be there for our school. Okay, conclusion. There is no single best leadership model. We must consider our knowledge, skill, and attitude. We must consider the organization that we are part of. And what are the objectives that we want? Okay, that's very important. If you don't have an objective, it's like ways. Ways will never lead you anywhere if you don't enter your objective or your target location, right? Okay, and finally, what is my recommendation for all school leader and all teacher? Have the adaptability and leadership. Adapt to your situation. Be flexible. Okay, show leadership. Number 2, act right away. Because it has been shown by many studies that those who act right away are in a better position than those who always, ay, bukas na lang. Or, antayin muna natin yung iba. Tignan muna natin yung ginagawa ng iba. No, act right away for your organization. And you will have effective schools and learning during the pandemic. Thank you very much. Here are my references for my talk today. Thank you, Ma'am Ruby. Back to you.
Wow! It is indeed a superb and great discussion and presentation from our speaker, Dr. Erwin Romel Y. Fernandez. Let us give him a virtual round of applause. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Fernandez. Okay. Now, dear participants, it is our chance to ask our speaker. So I am inviting everyone to have their queries and questions. So waiting po. Some messages. It is a sign of virtual clap. Thanks, sir, from Bernadette, from CDO Sederios. Virtual clap. Okay, question, please. How about from our YouTube channel? There is no question. I think clear as the crystal. Sir, wala pong mga question po. May mga question po ba tayo?
So far, no question from the YouTube channel, Ma'am Ruby.
Ayan, meron yata nag-post
Ay,
ngayon. Jeffrey, Sir Jeffrey.
Bali po. We will unmute you. We will unmute you po. Meron po from YouTube channel po. Oh, sige. Okay, sige po. Parang nawala ako pa. Hindi na ako ba? Namatay lang?
We have comment from one of our viewers from YouTube, Mr. Ranulfo Visaya. For Mr. Ranulfo, he said, everything is easily said than done. It takes one to immerse the realities of the ground, adapt to changes, and use the various models in aiming for academic excellence. Totoo nga naman. Pero what are your thoughts on this one, Sir Erwin?
I agree with him very much. That's actually why me I know that this might not be applicable for everybody, but I teach. Every semester I get teaching load. I teach senior high and college because I want to know what my teachers are feeling. You know, you have to really understand the people in your organization so that you could address their need better. I try my best to meet everybody in the organization so that at least from top to bottom, bottom to top, we are on the same page. I agree with that 100%.
Thank you, Sir Erwin. And thank you to our YouTube viewer, Mr. Ranulfo Visaya.
I think there is a question in the chat from Jeffrey. Sir Wesley, I think there is a question there in the chat box.
Okay, on it, sir. From Sir Fern Pile. According to Sir Fern, thank you so much, Dr. Erwin. It's very inspiring to serve through the concepts you shared. From Mr. Jeffrey Ballesteros, great speaker, Dr. Erwin. I would like to ask Doc if we can use the combination of the different leadership model.
Definitely, you can use a combination, but always remember that there are certain attributes that you should have to use the different leadership model. For example, if you are not that comfortable in participating with your people, you don't want to extend extra hour to serve them and to join them in their let's say community activities, it will be difficult to do servant leadership, right? So you have to choose the model which you think will be fit for you and for your organization. Because there might be a model of leadership which hindi siya gusto ng mga school leader na kasama mo. So it will be difficult. So you have to choose the one which you think will fit in your own capability and your organization. Okay?
So it's really about context, Dr. Erwin. No? It's all about the people that you lead and the people you serve. Yes. All right. Comment from Ma'am Rachel. Thank you for sharing with us the concepts mabuhay. This one's for you, Dr. Erwin.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Rachel. Appreciate it.
Ma'am Ruby? For our participants, if you still have questions, feel free to join our discussion through our live chat. To our viewers from YouTube, again, feel free to leave us your comments. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us through our Facebook page, Asia Pacific Association of Educators Training Institute. All right, back to you, Ma'am Ruby.
Thank you, Sir Wesley. Okay. Now to recognize our speaker, now let us give him the certificate of recognition. Let me read the certificate, the content of the certificate. Okay. Asia Pacific Association of Educators Training Institute awards this certificate of recognition to Erwin Romel Y. Fernandez for his significant contribution as resource speaker during the free webinar session on school best practices entitled Leadership Models for Effective Learning During Pandemic, organized by APAETI, given this 11th day of September 2021 via Zoom meeting, signed by Dr. Arnel E. Gonzola, Director, Professional Development, APAETI, Dr. Adrian Lawrence P. Carbajal, Director, Research and Publication, APAETI, and Dr. Raquel D. Bernabe, President and CEO, APAETI. Okay, now once again, let us give him a virtual clap. At this juncture, we shall be updated on the several activities of the APAETI to be announced by Dr. Raquel Bernabe, our President, CEO, APAETI, and Dr. Adrian Lawrence Carbajal, Director, Research and Publication of APAETI. Okay, ma'am, please. Ma'am and sir, Dr. Bernabe and Dr. Carbajal, please take it away.
Okay, take it away, Doc Adrian. Okay, is Dr. Adrian around? Nandito ba si Doc Adrian?
Hello, Dr. Kel. Sorry po, no? Uh, I thought the updates. Okay, currently we are experiencing heavy rains in Pangasinan, so that's why I'm having a difficulty in trying to connect through the webinar. But I have watched some snippets on the webinar, and it was a very excellent talk to our speaker. So congratulations. Now for the updates, we are encouraging you on the many events that APAETI is organizing. So among these are the Grega Awards. So it is still open. This is through the initiative of the APAETI once again to bring you and to recognize the best of the best educators and researchers in the Philippines through your efforts of conducting research, through your innovations that you have introduced either in your communities, in the school that you belong to. This is also an invitation for you to, for those who have written researches, that the APAETI has its own publishing arm. The International Journal of Advanced Studies is open for publication. So if you have researches that you wanted it published, then the journal is open for you. It becomes an avenue also for you to express yourself in research, to disseminate your findings also. So these are some of the updates that we have for you. The other updates are going to be given by our good founder and president, Dr. Kel.
Okay, thank you very much, Doc Adrian, for publication updates. So aside from our IJAS, the International Journal in Advanced Studies, we also have the Asia magazine. So this is the Asia Educators Pulse magazine, Volume 1, Issue 1, wherein you can publish your educational articles or your short stories or your best practices and innovations as educators. So I'm actually inviting each and every one of you to be an author of this soon to release Asia Educators Pulse magazine. So another thing that I would like to emphasize is, of course, we are also open for authors of book. If you have a book that you would like to publish, you can also publish that. And we also have an action research book to soon to release, wherein you can publish your action research. Aside from International Journal in Advanced Study, we have our action research book. So I already released the first action research book, step-by-step procedures on how to do action research easily. So available siya sa Shopee and available din sa aming page. So if you would like to have a copy of my first book as an author, so you can contact our main page, the Asia Pacific Association of Educators Training Institute. So aside from that, if you are interested to publish your, aside from research and book, we also publish booklet. Another thing, we also publish copy, book, lesson exemplars, modules, and any other articles, of course, originally authored by yourself. Another thing, we have so many upcoming events. Every week, aside from, of course, our free webinar sessions. So we are now in 4th session, isn't it, Magubi? So aside from that, we are also open for member affiliate. So we have 3 types of membership. We have member affiliate. Another thing is, another type of membership is regional coordinator, and another one is the executive member. So if you would like to be one of us as affiliate of the Asia Pacific Association of Educators Training Institute, all you need to do is to contact our main page. Okay, another opportunities that awaits to each and every one of you. We always conduct every week significant and relevant seminar workshops. So next week, we will be holding a research conference, an international multidisciplinary research conference. So you are all invited also. This is a 3 days credit conference wherein you can, of course, present all your research. We accept actual research, and your basic research to present on our upcoming international multidisciplinary research conference. This is actually our 17th International Multidisciplinary Research Conference virtually. So if you are interested to present your study with us, all you need to do is to register. Available na po siya sa aming event section. Just browse our page and look for the event section, and then you can see the upcoming events. So posted na po siya. Another upcoming events is the International Seminar on Pedagogical Approaches. It is credit. Lahat naman po ng mga seminars namin ay mga, of course, may CPD units where you use to renew your license. Aside from that, advisory yan. So, the good news in this kind of seminar is open for demonstration teaching. Okay, so if you are an aspiring master teacher, so you can apply for demo teaching, or as demo teacher rather. Okay, so if you want to know more about upcoming events and programs of APAETI, all you need to do is, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Another thing is, of course, you need to follow and like our FB page para kayo ay updated, and we will notify you kapag may mga live sessions kami and kapag may mga new programs kami na para sa mga educators and researchers like you. Okay, so another thing is the GREGA Award. So extended po ang nomination for GREGA Award to be discussed, of course, by our very own Director of Professional Development, Doc Arnel. He will discuss it and elaborate about GREGA Award soon. So if you think you deserve to be awarded, then you can nominate yourself. In GREGA Award, we don't need your higher ups to nominate you, but if your higher ups wanted to nominate you, open din po kami doon, but all you need to do is to again message us to reach out the registration form. Okay, so I guess nasabi ko na lahat. Thank you very much. Ma'am Ruby, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Bernabe, for that information. So, wag na po tayong magpatumpik-tumpik pa po. Okay? Mag-join na po tayo sa lahat po ng na-mention ni Dr. Raquel kasi it is for our own professional development po. Okay? For the closing remarks, may I call on Dr. Arnel E. Genzola, Director, Professional Development of APAETI, EFL Program Head Program, Director, Jilin University, Lamson College in China. Okay, so, okay, Doc?
All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much, Ma'am Ruby. To our ever-dynamic President of APAETI, Dr. Raquel Bernabe, our Director for Research and Publication, I am pretty sure that he is around with us, Dr. Adrian Lawrence Speaker Bajal. Doc Adrian is also the Dean of the Institute of Graduate Studies of San Sebastian College, Recoletos in Manila. To all our Zoom participants and those watching us live on YouTube, good afternoon, and thank you so much for supporting our free sessions every Saturday from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. So on behalf of the Asia Pacific Association of Educators Training Institute, we would like to thank everyone, especially our speaker today, Doc Erwin. Thank you for that excellent talk on leadership models, especially during this very challenging time. People need that. Okay, so to our moderator, very energetic moderator, Ma'am Ruby, our layout artist, Sir Fern, our information officer, Sir Wesley, we sincerely appreciate the work that you have done in putting all these things together so we can deliver our fourth free webinar session and sincerely and wholeheartedly serve our fellow educators in the country and abroad despite the challenges brought by this pandemic. So the topic today, I was listening to Sir Erwin, to Doc Erwin. This is an excellent talk this afternoon, and I hope it was able to inspire and encourage our teachers. The topic is one that is not only directed to our head teachers, I know we have had teachers joining us today. It's not only directed to school heads and principals or even deans and directors, and those in the upper management, presidents and vice presidents and the like, but this is for those of you who aspire to be at the helm of the institution that you work for. Okay, so fellow educators, to any discussion of enhancing and improving learning outcomes of students, I believe that good leadership in schools is important. I hope that a session today provided you useful insights and perspectives as you pursue your goal of someday or very soon being one. Our goal is to transcend beyond positional leadership, okay? One who is only respected and followed because of your position. As educators and myself as an educator for 20 years and counting, I live by the principle that leadership is not about power. It is not about popularity. Leadership is not about being popular in your school and the community, but leadership is about one life influencing another. So before I turn you over to Ma'am Ruby for the closing prayer, Doc Kel already mentioned to you about one of the upcoming events of APAETI, which is the GREGA 2021. So it's the search for Golden Global Researchers and Educators Award, and that's going to be happening within the next few weeks. So the nomination, the application has been extended. So to those of you who are willing to take part, please drop us a line and we will get back to you. So all you need to do for the time being is to get ready with your bio notes. So send it to us, and then we will evaluate that. And once we're done evaluating, the committee will be sending you information as to the schedule for your panel interview with us on Zoom. And then we will be asking you to get your portfolios ready, documentation, supporting documents, and so on. And within the next few days, after evaluating all of these things coming from you, we will be confirming with you if you will be part of the roster of awardees for the 2021 GREGA this year. All right, so once again, to all our teams, team number 4 today, to Doc Erwin, to Sir Wesley, to Sir Fern, Ma'am Ruby, thank you so much. Great job for this session this afternoon. To all participants, thank you. And I am looking forward to again having you for our 5th free webinar session next Saturday. Okay, Ma'am Ruby, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Gonzola. So I am inviting also everyone. I myself, I can testify that I am an affiliate member, and I would say wholeheartedly that APAETI made an impact for me. Okay, now let us come to the closing prayer. Let us bow our head. Let us pray. Thank you, Lord, for a successful webinar. We know that you have blessed us for today's activity. May you keep blessing us. May you send your Holy Spirit so that we would have no fear in meeting the challenges that our everyday lives entail. Make us realize that without you, we are nothing. All this we pray and offer to you. Amen. Okay, great job, APAETI. In behalf of our team, for Sir Fernando B. Pili Jr. from Wesleyan University, Philippines, Aurora Extension Campus, our graphic artist, Wesley Barcoma from Philippine Science High School, Central Visayas Campus, our information officer, okay, Doc Erwin Romel Y. Fernandez, our resource speaker, principal of the Basic Education Department and Quality Assurance Manager of Fernandez College of Arts and Technology, and yours truly, Ruby Claire B. Lictawa from Schools Divisions of Rizal, Casiglahan Village Senior High School. Thanking you all for spending your time with us. Indeed, it is a fruitful day. God bless and see you till next time webinar of APAETI. Okay, if you may permit, let us open our camera to have a photo off with our APAETI organizer, speaker. Let us take this as an remembrance opportunity. Okay, so our evaluation link have already posted on the Zoom and YouTube. Okay. Hello, sir. The rest of my team, please check po yung sa mga photo po sa camera po nila. We will have a photo off po. Okay, who will? Sir Wesley, please do the honor po sa pag-take po ng photo po. Okay na po ba,
Hi everyone,
Sir Wesley?
thank you, Mama Ruby. Hi everyone, please consider opening your camera so I can take your photo up. All right. Okay, we got 2 panels so far. All right, first panel. All right, we go to second panel. Please maintain your smile. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, Ma'am Ruby.
Okay. So again, you can also share or have a photo of yours while watching eagerly this webinar for an assured getting of the certificate. Okay, again, please be a member affiliate. And so God bless po and see you till next webinar of APAETI. Goodbye. Stay safe and healthy.
Team 4, congratulations. Siguro we can stay for like a few minutes before we say goodbye. Let's just get the rest of the participants to leave the room by this time.
Arnel, are we still live?
5 minutes, Doc. I can stay with the group for 5 minutes before I go to my class.
I mean, we are still live in YouTube. You can.
Right. That's right, Doc. It will stop in within a minute, I guess.